I thought I would talk about not finishing books. I know that sounds like a weird topic. I don't know, maybe not. If you're a book reader, I think it's a perfectly normal topic, though. Which, if you're not a book reader, then I don't really know why you're watching this. So, sorry. But we even have a acronym for it, DNF, and usually I refer to it in my head as DNFing books instead of actually thinking of do not finish, which, yeah, anyways. So, I actually only thought about talking about this, like, just now. So, we'll see how that goes. Totally unplanned here, but, I used to, especially growing up, I'm gathering books here, I'm sorry, but, I used to, I would always finish books that I started. All of the time. It didn't matter if I didn't like the book or it was just really long and I wanted to read other books. I would always finish the book that I had started. Which sounds kind of, I don't know. People who usually do this, I would think that they are very careful about the books that they start. Like, they want to make sure that they'll like the book, that they'll probably, read the blurb on the back of the book and read reviews maybe even if they want to. But I know a lot, especially when I was in high school and stuff like that, I never did anything like that. I just picked up a book that sounded fun, and even if I ended up not liking it, I would still have to read it. And yeah, there's plenty of reasons why people do this. I think one of the reasons is that you feel like you owe it to the author, or you owe it to the book at least to finish it. Like, if you pick up a book, it's just an automatic commitment. You're going to finish it. And some people are really they're really good about seeing through with their commitments and their goals, and taking every commitment or goal that they make seriously, which is not a bad thing at all. I don't think that's a bad thing. Yeah, no. That's probably a pretty good habit to make, honestly. But then I think as well that they probably, I know for me specifically, because I also write, that I thought, this is a published book, and I knew from experience, not that I've published a book, but from the experience of not even being published yet, that it was hard work. It's hard work to write a book. You put a lot of effort and hours into it. Not even just getting to the editing process, just writing the first draft, and then getting to the editing process still takes who knows how many revisions, and then even after that you have to go and submit it to, not necessarily submit it to a publisher, but you have to query around to agents a lot of times before you even go to publishers first. So, and then you get an agent, and then you go around to publishers. So it's just a huge, long, time-consuming process, and it takes a lot of commitment and a lot of work. Just so much perseverance and determination to finally get it to the stage of, oh, hey, it's in my hands, a book published. Gosh, I can't talk. So I think it's really, yeah, it's really, really great that people, they just have that perseverance and determination to do that. And I want that too, but because of that, I respected the author's hard work and was just no, I'm going to finish this book no matter what. Because, I owe it to the author to at least finish your book, even if it's a library book and I didn't even pay for it. Because I think that's another reason why some people probably, they finish books that they don't like as well, because they bought the book. If it's a library book, it's no big deal. You can just send it back to the library. But if you bought the book, then you used your own money on the book. It's an expense. You could have used that money for gas or food or rent or whatever. But instead, you bought a book with it, and you've made an investment, a financial investment in it. So you might as well go all of the way and invest your time and finish reading the book. Also, there's always that possibility of you reach the end and maybe you change your mind. You read the ending and you're this changes everything. Now I like the book. I don't really think that happens very often, but I'm sure there's some scenarios, maybe very rare, which that does. It's never happened to me, but I started DNFing books or not finishing books basically, because I became an adult. No, I mean, I don't want to say it like, oh, it's mature to, like, not finish books. It's just that I started having work, and then I started going to college, and so my time was so much more limited, and I didn't want to spend my time, like, I don't want to say waste my time, because I don't think reading is necessarily a waste of time. I think you can always learn something from what you read, even if you don't like it, or even if you don't agree with it, what you're reading. Like, I mean, I think you can still, in some way, find something to learn about it, even if it's learning that what you don't like. But I think that because I had less time, I became choosier, and I was just like, I'm not going to use my time on books that I don't want to actually read, especially if I'm reading for leisure. Leisure? Is it leisure or leisure? Oh no! Anyways, if I'm reading for fun, oh, that's the phone. We're gonna ignore that. But especially if I'm reading for fun, when I was going to college, I didn't want to, like, read books I didn't like for fun. That doesn't even make sense. How can you have fun reading a book you don't like? Because I had a ton of required reading for my classes already. I hope you can hear me over this phone. Since I had a lot of required reading that I had to do for college already, like all my classes, I didn't even always like, actually a lot of times I didn't like the required reading that I had. So why would I want to, like, pick up a book for fun and read it, like, something I don't like? So I basically was just like, I'm not gonna waste my time with that. I'm gonna start picking up books that I do like, and if I don't like something, I'm just not gonna finish it. Like, I'm gonna give myself the grace to be like, you know what, it's okay, I don't have to finish it. And I think that was changed my reading life a lot. Partly because I did start reading books that I liked a lot more instead of coming across books that I didn't like, because I would just not finish them, and then I would get to read more of what I did like. So there are pros and cons. I mean, yeah, you don't finish that book, and you're kind of like, oh, I feel bad for not doing that, but at the same time, like, you read more books you like, and I think that's a plus. Anyways, but also, like, I didn't have to spend time on books that I didn't like. And man, what am I trying to say here? I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. Quicker than you'll finish, like, books that you don't like, because, yeah. Although I guess some people could be motivated to finish the book that they don't like if they want to get it over with and actually finish it. But I'm not like that, unfortunately, so yeah, it doesn't help me. But I'm actually really glad that I started doing that. I've also, because of that, I have also been less choosy about the books that I start, because I am like, well, if I don't like the book, then I can just finish it. So I pick up a lot of books just, like, from the library or whatever. Usually from the library. If I'm trying something new that I'm not sure I'm going to like, I usually go to the library. I don't usually go out and spend money on it. But I will just, like, pick up a ton of books that I'm just like, this could be interesting, it could not be, who knows? And I start trying, like, genres and things that I'm, like, would not have tried before, because I would have been like, oh, but then I have to finish it, and I don't really know if I will like it, and I don't want to have to finish that. But now I'm just like, I just pick up things nilly-willy, which sounds kind of, like, very non-committal and wishy-washy, but the plus side is that I end up discovering a lot of things that I do like, a lot of things that I would have never tried before. And I think it's a lot of fun, actually, like, just picking up all these crazy serendipity reads and being like, you know what, I actually like this. Like, I like this author, or I like this genre, or I like this just specific book and this genre. Like, for instance, I don't usually like contemporary, but I am, like, more apt to pick up a contemporary book now than I was before, because I know if I don't like it, I can always just not finish it. But if I do end up liking it, then I'm just like, hey, this is something that I usually, like, wouldn't like, but whoa, hey, I found something I didn't like in this genre, and it's just really nice to have that, like, surprise there and try new things like that. Yeah. So basically, those are my thoughts on DNFing books, or not finishing books, or finishing books. I think there's pros and cons to each. I don't think it's wrong to, obviously I don't think it's wrong to not finish a book, but I don't think it's wrong if you want to finish something that you like don't like reading. Like if you have that like, oh no, I feel like I should, or for whatever reason. I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. It's, you know, it's definitely for specific people. And if you do feel like you should like finish every book that you pick up, or if you just want to finish every book that you pick up, then I'd love to know your reasons, especially if any of them are different from mine. Or if you've had, like, you've changed from, like, either not finishing books to always finishing the book you pick up, or the other way around. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And, or if you don't finish books, like me, what are your reasons for not finishing books you don't like? Although, those seem a little obvious, but perhaps you have other reasons, I don't know. Anyhow, I also thought that maybe I would show you the books that I recently got in the mail. I love book mail. I got some books recently with my Christmas money, and they came in the mail recently during like a work week that was just like really, it wasn't rough at work, it was just I had a lot of hours and I was almost never home, so it was really nice when I came home. I'm just like, oh hey, look, I have books. It was a very nice surprise. Anyhow, so the first one I'd like to show you is this one, 1,000 Perfect Notes by C.G. Drews. I am super excited for this book, like so excited for this book. I've been wanting to read it for a long time. I've just kind of been like, yeah, I've been procrastinating, mostly because I knew I was going to have to order it online, because the publisher is Australian, which is totally cool. It's just because I'm not Australian, it's hard to find it. So, oh, there's the phone again. Why do phones have to ring like that? Like, why do they even have to? No, stop it. Ugh. Anyway, so I'm really excited about this book. I follow C.G. Drews' blog, and her Instagram is called Paper Fury. You should totally follow her, check out her book, check out her stuff, because she is really cool and hilarious. I super love her blog. I always have to like binge read it because I'm awful at like keeping up with blogging stuff, but I'm excited about this book. Totally excited. She actually has a second book coming out. I don't think it's a second book to this, but her second book. What's it called? The Boy Who Steals Houses or something like that? I think it comes out in April. I don't know, but I'm excited for that too. I recently saw the cover of it on her Instagram account, and it looks great. Just saying. So this one obviously is about music as well as other things, so I am super excited to read this book. Yeah. So, other thing that I got The Tragedy of Macbeth. I don't know if you can see it very well. So I have been looking for this book all the time. It is super hard to find Shakespeare books that are affordable and also have nice covers on them. Because I don't really like everybody gets, Folger's Classics or Libraries or Folger's Shakespeare or whatever it's called, something like that. And I don't really like those at all. But I love this cover. And I've been looking for Macbeth for a while because I read it from a library book and I've been wanting to own it now. I want to give it a reread, and I thought it was going to be a hardcover, but obviously it's a paperback, which is fine. I don't really mind, except that they disrespected it and very irreverently shoved it in a bag with a bunch of other stuff, and it's got a little crinkle on it, and I'm kind of a little upset about it, but I mean, not that much. I'm still going to read it, and I know I'm still going to love it. So I'm really excited. Totally excited about that. Also, this one I've been wanting for a long time. I saw it somewhere. I think I saw it on a Books A Million, and I don't really go to Books A Million anymore. I usually just go to Barnes & Noble because that's where my friend and I like to hang out sometimes, so I kept looking for it there, but it's not there. So I finally just got it online because I'm too lazy to make a trip to Books A Million just to get this one book. I don't know why. But it's much thicker than I remembered it being. It is called The Invention of Murder. Yes, it is by Judith Flanders. Judith Flanders. Sorry, I don't enunciate very well. How the Victorians reveled in death and detection and created modern crime. So I'm hoping that there's going to be some kind of like, I don't know, like Sherlock kind of mentionings in here. Not like, I don't think this is not a book about Sherlock. But I would love if he was mentioned. Oh, look, yes, I see his name on the back of the cover. So yes, he's going to be mentioned in here somewhere, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited about everything about this book. I have always loved like crime shows and stuff like that, and I'd kind of like to research like true crime and like just the history of like detecting, I guess. No, it's reality. You know, obviously on TV and in books is highly romanticized. So, yeah, hopefully this will be interesting. It sounds interesting to me. Sorry, I didn't actually read the back of this book, so I'm just like kind of, you know. Anyways, so the last book that I got, I am so excited about this book, guys. Yes. Okay, so one of my friends got published in an anthology recently. There's a glare on this. You can't see it, but it's such a beautiful cover, so I have to like make sure you can see it. Excuse me. But it is amazing. This cover is absolutely gorgeous. I got it in the mail and I was just like, wow, it's more beautiful than I expected it to be. It's very vibrant, the cover. I was really just in slight awe. Anyway, so my friend won this contest, the Rugelwood or something like that contest, I guess. I don't know what it's actually called. I've not competed. But her name is Sky Hoffert, and she has the first story in this book, and I've read her story. It's amazing. I'm going to read this whole book and review her story and then like mention the other ones as well. I don't know. I might give the whole book a full review. Who knows? I'll figure that out when the time comes, I guess. But you should totally go get this book and read it. Like, go get this book. Hers is the best. Obviously, like, she got first place, so duh, I'm not biased, okay? But yeah, hers is, oh, there's a little crinkle on one of my pages. Hers is called Falling Snow. So, I should actually tell you, this book is a collection of Snow White retellings. Yes, that is why it's called Five Poison Apples. So hers is called Falling Snow. And, sorry, I'm looking at the pages. But yeah, hers is called Falling Snow, and it's a Snow White retelling set in a circus. A fae circus, actually. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. This is the cover for hers. Isn't it amazing? It's so amazing. Yes. So, go read this book, please. Go read all of these books. Well, I haven't read this one yet. And I have read this one. Go read this one. I haven't read this one, but you should go read this one anyways, because I know that Kate is awesome. So you should just go read her book. Yeah, do it now. Go. Anyways, these are books that I do not attend to DNF, by the way, ever. No, like look at this. This is beautiful. Look at these. I'm so excited, guys. Like, people are getting published. I'm totally stoked about this. So, yeah. Anyhow, name to me your most recent book purchase and how excited you are about it on a scale of 1 to 10. I hope it's not 1, because then why did you buy it? But, whatever. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching.